Good afternoon. I'm Captain Jeremy Haywood with the Columbia Police Department. I have a public information release in reference to a case that we're working that we were called to this morning. At 10:16 a.m. Today's date, our officers responded to the 600 block of Skyview Drive, or Skyline Drive, to investigate a double homicide. Upon arrival, officers located two individuals who have been identified as 56-year-old Christopher Gaines and 51-year-old Katrina Gaines inside the residence deceased. Investigators are currently on the scene at this time and are processing that scene. Information during this investigation has developed a 27-year-old individual by the name of Demondre Gaines as a person of interest in this case. He is possibly driving a 2018 black Nissan Altima, and any contact with Mr. Gaines, the police department is looking to speak with him in reference to this case. Currently, there are no warrants on file for Demondre Gaines. However, he is a strong person of interest that we want to speak with about this case.
Is there a relation between him and the victim?
Mr. Gaines is the son of Christopher Gaines and Katrina Gaines. Yes, ma'am.
Who called 911?
It was another family member who arrived at the residence, and they discovered the scene and then contacted 911 immediately.
I mean, how does it make, you guys still knowing to stumble across, a scene like this, a double homicide? It's been a while, like I told an officer on the scene, since we've been down here, to have news like this.
Sure. It's concerning, obviously. However, us being our investigators are top of the line, and obviously we're prepared to deal with anything of this nature, and certainly we're saddened by the situation, and our heart goes out to the family, but our investigators are again on the scene, and we'll do a thorough job of processing the investigation. At this time, it appears to be domestic related. However, we're not we're open to any aspects. Right now, it's just an open investigation into a double homicide.
Do we believe that this individual is still armed? Have you guys found a gun on the scene, or is this person armed and dangerous?
I don't have any information that I'm prepared to release as far as the scene details or any details as far as the homicide itself. Certainly, any individual that we would be looking for in a case like this, then I would treat them as such. Best advice I can give to anybody in the public is if you see Mr. Gaines, Mr. Demondre Gaines, notify your local police department, whether it be the Columbia Police Department or any other area that he may be in. Contact the law enforcement authorities and let them interact with him.
Have there been calls to that home before for any domestic?
I don't have that information right now, ma'am.
Can you share any info on where Mr. Gaines might be, where people can look out for him?
I don't have any specific information. Obviously, the Columbia area would be one. Obviously, he was here this morning. However, any other areas, we've put this same information out on social media, on our social media page, and are just asking everybody within this area or anywhere surrounding to be on the lookout for him.
Does it seem like they were killed this morning?
I'm sorry?
Does it seem like they were killed this morning?
I'm not prepared to comment on a timeline.
Any formal charges been in place?
We do not have any active warrants at this time. Mr. Gaines is simply a person of interest right now.
Does he have a record of any past issues?
I don't have that information, sir.
You don't have the victims killed?
I'm not prepared to release that information at this time.
Anything else, Captain? You want to say?
No, ma'am. That's about it. Unless y'all have other questions, I'll be happy to answer any questions. Just understand that, there's a lot of the investigation that I can't comment on right now. Obviously, it's preliminary. They're on scene right now, and it's fresh, for our officers. I certainly don't want to comment on anything that would complicate or cause them any issues in the investigation.
If someone were to see them, is it safe to assume that he's armed and dangerous?
Again, I would just contact the local authorities. You know, in any type of incident like that, I would assume so. However, you know, the best course of action would be to contact law enforcement and let them interact with Mr. Gaines.
Is there anyone else inside the home that was hurt or injured or may have witnessed this?
I don't have that information right now, ma'am.
How sad is this for the community? You know, especially, I don't know if you were yourself personally on the scene, but you know, just talking about like how horrific this was.
Again, it's a tragic event, and saddened the whole community and the neighborhood. You know, anytime something like this happens, regardless of whether it's Columbia or anywhere else, it's a tragic event, and there are a lot of people saddened by it. Obviously, we are as well, and our heart goes out to the family.
And what weapon was used?
I cannot comment on that at this time.
When you guys arrived, he was already away from the scene.
Yes, ma'am.
He is right now just a person of interest.
Yes, ma'am. There are no warrants on file at this time.
Any other, you know, identifying features of him or anything you can share? I don't know, did he have any tattoos or anything like that?
If I can get emails for everybody, I'll be happy to send out the photo that we circulated. On the social media post, it has his photo on it, so you can access that through our website or through our Facebook page. His photo is there for you to put out with this information as well.
Is there any way we can get the 911 call?
That would be through Murray Ecom, so you would have to reach out to them. We don't have those here.
How long do you think the scene will be, investigators will be on the scene?
It's a time-consuming process. Obviously, again, we're very professional in how we conduct ourselves in our investigations, very thorough. It's hard to put a timeline on that. I would say throughout the evening and maybe into the night, but you know, our investigators are top-notch and will do a very thorough job before releasing that scene, so it will be some time.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Captain.
Thank y'all.